So the summer update for 2024 has made its way to GTA Online, with the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC adding a new business, which features a new passive money method. In this video, I'll be covering a basic breakdown of the bail bonds office and showing you how to get the best bang for your buck from the bounty agent passive income. To get started, you'll want to head over to Maze Bank Foreclosures, where we'll find a total of 4 locations in the city and one up in Paleto Bay. After messing around with a few different locations, I found the one in Del Perro to be the best when it came to mission proximity, and with it being right next to a bunch of my other businesses, it definitely proved to be a good choice. When it comes to upgrades, the main thing you're going to want to focus on when it comes to passive money are the 2 agents that can be purchased on this tab. Unfortunately, they don't come cheap. Costing $750k a piece, you're going to have to fork over $1.5 million to get the max amount of passive income possible. Personal quarters are also worth considering. Enabling you to set the bail bonds office as your spawn point, it makes it super easy when wanting to start a mission or send out your agents to earn some extra money. The main part of the new business is largely focused on bounty hunting. Much like Red Dead Online, players are tasked with tracking down a series of targets, and ideally bringing them in alive. But in addition to that, the 2 bounty agents we hired earlier are going to go out and do the hard work for you, depositing your daily earnings inside an office safe. They also help to process your bounties quicker, so when you successfully capture a target yourself, you won't have to wait as long to get your final payment. As for the passive income though, to get started, you'll want to come over to the agents which are located in this part of the bail bonds office. When you get close, you'll be given a prompt to send them out, which for some reason blacks out your screen and they disappear into the space-time continuum. A bit weird, considering that we've seen other systems like this before, where both Rockstar and Lupe act like, well, you know, normal humans and simply walk out of the building. Either way, Houdini and Co will take 1 in-game day or 48 minutes real time to return with their target, which will promptly deposit a small payout into your office safe. Regardless of where you are on the map, you'll be notified in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen every time they return with the goods. Sadly though, the payout isn't great, at least not compared to some of the other passive money methods that we've seen in the past. Each agent will bring in between $5,000 and $10,000 each, with a potential for 20k every 48 minutes. In my experience though, that's pretty rare. The amount will vary, but generally it almost always averaged out to be a total of 15 to 16k every in-game day. At that rate, you'd have to send them both out 100 times before you break even on your investment. And that's of course just for the agents themselves, let alone the actual cost of the business as well. But honestly, the bounty hunting missions are a lot of fun, and I've actually been enjoying this update quite a lot. So if you're planning on buying the bail bonds business anyway, the passive money earned through the agents can be a nice little side hustle. Of course, that entirely depends on how often you play and how willing you are to return to the office on a regular basis to send out your agents, which is of course one of the reasons I suggested buying the personal quarters. By doing that, you can go into the preferences section of the interaction menu and select the bail bonds office as your spawn point. Then every time you get a notification saying that your agents have returned, you can simply change into a new session where you'll load right back into the office and be given easy access to sending them out again. Of course, that means you'll have to spend a little bit extra, but considering the huge convenience it adds, I'd say it's totally worth it. Apart from anything, you'll also want to make your way back here regularly to collect your cash from the safe. It only has a 100k capacity, or 200k if you're a member of GTA Plus. But for anyone like me, not wanting to shout out for yet another pointless subscription service, you'll want to check in and collect the cash before it maxes out. I mean, it's not like 100k is a terrible limit, but it will get filled up after 5 to 7 in-game days of consistently interacting with the agents, so do keep that in mind. One good thing about the agents though is, much like Lupe and Rockstar, they will also collect their targets for you when you're offline. So just like the older passive methods, I recommend stopping by the bail bonds office before you log off for the night, where you can then send them out again and get paid when you return to the game the next day. So overall, I guess the only question that remains is if this property is worth investing in. Well, as I've said before, if you're looking to buy it strictly for the passive money alone, I'd say probably not, unless you plan on building a passive income empire Empire, the business is really only worth it if you want to actively play the bounty missions provided through the office computer. Even then, it's still going to take quite a while to see a return on your investment, with the standard bounties refreshing every hour and bringing in between 30 and 40k, and the most wanted targets only being available once per real life day and earning a bit over 120k each. It's gonna be a slow burn, but honestly, the missions are quite enjoyable and a decent change of pace from the usual grind. So if you want to get in on the action and you plan on engaging with the business on the reg, it's definitely worth considering getting the agents along with it. If you found this video useful, hitting the like button down below would most certainly be appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to go ahead and subscribe as well. I cover all things GTA Online, and I've got a bunch of DLC content coming your way very shortly. But until we meet again, you bunch of legends, I'm Red Nitrate, and I'll catch you on the next one.